Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Eagles Film Room here on Philly Sports Network with myself, Liam Jenkins. Now, free agency is officially underway, but just before that started, the Eagles went out of their way to acquire the services of three-time Pro Bowler Michael Bennett. It's safe to say their pass rush is looking more dangerous than ever, but just how much of an addition will Michael Bennett be to this defense? It's time to take a look at the eye-in-the-sky footage and find out. We're going to divide this video into two sections, looking at Michael Bennett the defensive end and Michael Bennett the defensive tackle. Two very versatile players, one of the same of course, who bring a wealth of experience and every trick in the book to the table. We see on this sack here against Brian Hoyer that Bennett can still explode off the edge, forget the plantar fasciitis setbacks. Let's look at how he attacks Joe Staley here. He pins that arm outside, rips through underneath and uses complete power to get around the curve and into the backfield, attacking Brian Hoyer and bringing him down. It was a great way to turn the corner, and this is something that we see throughout his time on the outside. This doesn't just impact him in pass rushing and getting sacked, it can also impact in the run game. We'll take a look here. Look how he's patient and just leaps across the backfield on that play. The willingness there, his eyes are straight in the backfield, his eyes are set on the ball, and it just takes one giant leap there. He's already over the running back. He's very instinctive, he's got plenty of power, and can move laterally with the best of them. And when you put that together, you've got a complete pass rusher who's dominant in the run game as well. And this is what has pushed Bennett to 3 Pro Bowls. Look at this stunning tackle for a loss on Coleman. He's lined up on the outside, it's a wide angle so he can really get that first step and sneak underneath. Shows great bend and he comes swinging around as if he's on a boomerang. There's nowhere for the running back to go. And even in using ball rushes and techniques like that, he can still be monstrous. It's almost unfair that someone of his size can move with such fluidity and acceleration. And you can only wonder what impact this will have on Derek Barnett. But look at the ball rush here, just throws it into the quarterback, and that is a huge play. And of course the pocket was crashed on both sides. But what about Michael Bennett, the defensive tackle? Well, the good news for the Eagles is that he's just as dominant there as well. On this tackle for a loss against Carlos Hyde, look at the way he diagnoses the pulling guard, shuffles inside, patiently waits, and brings the running back down authoritatively. Now when we slow it down, this becomes much clearer. Seattle playing with a wide alignment here. This is something we could see from the Eagles. Just imagine with 3 defensive tackles coming at you. Look at that, he knows that guard's coming, he's patient, he bides his time, and just meets Carlos Hyde in the trenches as a brick wall. It's absolutely ridiculous how much of an elite run defender Michael Bennett is. Again, against the Tennessee Titans, he swims underneath the center's block, gets straight into the backfield and makes a huge tackle on DeMarco Murray. And when we see it from this angle, takes his time, sweeps underneath, and bang, comes off a block. That is a deafening play for Michael Bennett, and very few defensive tackles are able to do that. He really is the best of both worlds. He's got the speed and the explosiveness of a defensive end, but someone who can wreak havoc as a pass rusher as a defensive tackle with the weight and the size behind him. Against the Dallas Cowboys and their strong offensive line, calls a stunt, comes outside, meets Dak Prescott, and that's another sack in the book. 6.5 on the year for Michael Bennett. That is very easy to see why. Now here, what you'll notice is he takes a step inside. Why? He knows there's going to be a shift to the right hand side, uses his right hand to come off that tackle and straight into the backfield. Another intelligent play. You very rarely see younger guys make that kind of effort, and on this one where he's completely double teamed, the hustle doesn't stop. He's double teamed twice on this play. It does not stop him from clambering into the backfield. Look at this, he keeps his arms running, he's drumming the way through. He continues to beat that drum and force his way, keeps the legs going, and then makes his way in to pave the way for his teammates to make the tackle. I mentioned earlier about how elusive Bennett can be, and we see a prime example against the Texans where he slips between a guard and a tackle to deliver a punishing hit to rookie quarterback Deshaun Watson. It's not the only time we see it, and he's just as dominant, as I said earlier, in the run. Now again, he comes across the line of scrimmage underneath for a punishing tackle, but now my 2 favourite plays that Bennett made of the year. These were in week 1. It's a stunt on both. You see Bennett start inside, shuffle his way round, and at that point he just has to seal it. Aaron Rodgers is a magician, but even magicians can't stop Michael Bennett because he comes clambering down with a sack, and if that wasn't enough, he does it later in that same game as well. Lined up in second in from the right hand side of your screen, what we're going to see is another stunt. Now what he's going to do is like a pick and roll in the NBA. He switches outside, and again he's just going to seal this edge, Roger spins away, but at that point, it's between Avril and it's between Michael Bennett, and it's Bennett that comes crushing down to deliver the hit. He's someone that can intelligently call stunts and twists, and as a defensive tackle or any defensive lineman, that's a key skill to have. Jim Schwartz leaves that accountability down to his players, and with another versatile weapon added into the mix, it's safe to say the Eagles pass rush has got plenty left in the tank.